In Monster Hunter, there's always some weapons that are going to end up becoming more popular than others. I am of course referring to the greatest weapon of them all, the Greatsword. And of course, I'm also talking about the Longsword. But among all of these weapons, naturally, there's some that are going to end up being shafted. Maybe shafted isn't the right word, but I mean that some of these weapons just don't get the attention that they deserve. And across all 14 weapons, the 3 I would say are the least popular are the Hunting Horn, the Lance, and the Gun Lance. Although the Gun Lance has been seeing a lot of play and has been given a good spotlight by creators such as Rurikan and Chaos Slayer. And so we are left with these 2 weapons, the Hunting Horn and the Lance. And in today's video, I just want to highlight the Lance and tell you why it is so good despite being such an underrated weapon. Now when you first think of the Lance, you might think that it is a very slow and basic weapon and that its gameplay only revolves around doing this, but there's actually quite a lot more to it. Not only is it a very mobile weapon thanks to its big charge, as well as the guard dash and reverse guard dash, it's also a weapon that allows you to have pinpoint accuracy on a monster, so it is very easy for you to attack a monster's weak spot, and best of all, it's a weapon that has very low commitment to all of its attacks. Meaning that at any point in your combo strings, you can very easily just try to block an incoming attack and counter it immediately. Now sadly, I don't think I can show it to you here in the training area, the way that the counter clutch claw works, but it's basically a way for you to defend yourself while also being able to very easily and quickly tenderizing the monster. You're also able to stand your ground and be relatively safe at all times, but because I cannot get this training dummy to attack me, I cannot give you a proper showcase without getting into the arena with a monster. So let's just do that, and maybe I'll be able to convince you that the Lance is a very good weapon that has been slept on by a lot of players. If you guys are curious, this is the armor set that I'm going to be bringing with me. As you can see, I'm using the Light Brick Lance, with a mixed set composing of the Brachydios and the Teostra set, giving me Agitator level 7 along with Master's Touch and all the affinity skills. Offensive Guard level 3 is a way for me to increase my damage output by 15% for a good duration, and as you'll be able to see, you can proc this very easily with the Lance, and Guard level 3 is just a very nice comfortable skill to have. I personally don't like only having it at level 1, I much prefer having it at level 3, being able to block a lot of attacks and not be pushed back by any of them. And I also have Guard up, just so I don't get hit by any unblockable attacks, such as the Teostra Supernova for example. Now let's go ahead and pick a quest, and just so I don't spoil anything for any newer players, let's go ahead and select a Tempered Black Diablos, something very simple. Now because the Lance is a heavy weapon and because of the clutch counter, you're going to see that it's very easy for you to be able to tenderize a monster throughout the entirety of the hunt. So this right here is the clutch counter. So Black Diablos is going to burrow underneath, but if it weren't for that, we would be able to, just like this, grapple onto it, and now the head is tenderized. That was a beautiful perfect guard. Let's take this chance to deal some good damage. That could have been dangerous. It worked out well for us. Oh, beautiful. 2 perfect guards in a row. 3 in a row. And this is why I love the Lance. You can just keep on attacking non-stop, be relentless with the monster, and give it no time to breathe. More perfect guards. Right there I messed up. I should not have stepped forward. But we still got another perfect guard. And as you can see with guard dash, you can very easily close the gap between you and the monster. Now right there I got very greedy. I should not have gone for the second guard dash, and that's why I messed up and got hit. Now this is something that I still have to master. I accidentally go into the clutch counter when I mean to when I mean to clagger the monster instead. And that results in me simply missing out on a big window to deal big damage. And that's the second horn, beautiful. As you can see, this is very simple. Just attack non-stop and react to the monster, give it no time to breathe. Right there, I thought it was going to keep attacking. Usually I have enough time to do 3 attacks before you do the clagger. And right there I would have been able to do the clagger, but I just missed the window. That was a beautiful... Oh, what the hell? I did not expect her to burrow that fast. Let's keep up the aggression, we're doing very well. Beautiful counters. Right there I messed up, I could not get the second one on time. But this is the thing, I'm still trying to learn, still trying to improve with the lance. I am by no means an experienced player with this weapon. I've only recently picked it up because I enjoyed it so much in Sunbreak. And I also love the way it works here in Monster Hunter World as well. Beautiful hits. Beautiful counter. And this is what Guard 3 allows us to do. I don't think I would have been able to keep attacking if I had only Guard 1. I think I would have been knocked back there. So those are the thresholds you kinda need to know when you're playing the lance. Whether or not you want to go with Guard 3 or Guard 5. Though I don't think you should ever go with Guard 1. Right there I messed up. I thought I would have enough distance between me and the monster to do a backstab and then do a perfect counter, but I messed up. So, that's my bad. Now right there I got hit by my feet because the Black Diablos was behind me. Had I gone for the... Had I gone for the power stance like this, I would be totally fine because, in case you don't know, the power stance allows you to block from all incoming directions. The problem is, however, you're basically just always running out of stamina, and that can be problematic. Right now, the Black Diablo is getting tired, so let's take a chance, keep on doing damage. And the next chance I find, I'm going to try to do a clutch counter. Let's see if we can clagger. Beautiful. And again, a lot of people think that the lance is a very slow weapon, but you're actually quite mobile between the guard dash, reverse guard dash, and also the charge, which I have not been using much this hunt. Now let's make sure that we chase the Black Diablos. A lot of people ask me why I don't have the minimap, and the reason is quite simple, it's just because I like having the HUD like this. It's more pleasing to me, really. And you do get used to learning whenever the monster is enraged by just knowing the way that the monster plays. There are some clear tells for when the monster is enraged and when it is not. And also I have the skill Agitator, so I can very easily tell whether the monster is enraged or not. Now right there with the clutch counter, you can actually move around between the monster's parts and you have armor throughout the whole duration, so you're able to tenderize a very large part of the monster very easily. Let's maintain that aggression. Let's see if I can get a perfect guard here. Oh, I messed up the clagger, that was unfortunate. We do get the offensive guard proc. but because I was too slow, I ended up getting hit by the burrow attack. Another offensive guard, beautiful. Let's keep up the aggression. I don't think we're gonna be able to cut that tail. I haven't been very aggressive on that monster part. I've been mostly focusing on the frontal parts. And Black Diablos is running away once again. Oh, and we've got ourselves a turf orb with Glavenus. I haven't seen this one in a long time. Look at that. That's amazing. It looks like Black Diablos is just about to die. I wasn't quite able to stop her and getting her back to her nest. But we can very quickly catch up thanks to the lance. This is also one of the things that I love about the lance. The way that you're able to just very quickly traverse the map. Although I am running out of stamina, which is a bit concerning. Beautiful counter. Let's get a counter clutch claw, beautiful. Offensive guard procs as well. And that was an awesome finish. Hopefully I was able to convince you why the lance is such an underrated weapon. It is very powerful, it's not difficult to pick up and use, but there is a lot of mastery to this weapon. Ooh, we got a rare drop. There is a lot of skill expression with the lance, and I've been loving the process of learning this weapon. It really is a lot more fun, satisfying and powerful than I initially gave it credit. So hopefully you guys have learned something useful here, and maybe I have convinced you to give the lance a shot. This is a very different video compared to what I usually do here on the channel. It's not a typical guide or anything, but I wanted to give a shot at this type of video while I am working on some bigger projects that require a lot more editing and time spent on them. But let me know how you guys feel about this type of videos where I just do a chill hunt and talk about the weapon that I'm using, my thought process, and all of that. With that being said, thank you all so much for watching. My name is Dark Hero, and as always, happy hunting!